This is how I'm eating ramen for weight loss. Whenever I'm eating any form of ramen, I love that beautiful runny egg on top. To make the perfect egg, we must start off by boiling some water. When it starts to aggressively boil, drop in your eggs. No way I cracked both of them. When it starts to aggressively boil, gently drop in your eggs and set an alarm in 6 minutes. We want to shock the eggs so we can stop the cooking process. To a bowl of ice, we're just going to add some water, and the second the 6 minutes are up, we drop them into the cold plunge. The only tip and rule here is to not crack your yolk. So if it looks like this, that means you dropped it in way too fast and it broke. I obviously added a couple more eggs, but make sure you're just really gentle. For my first protein bowl, I'm opting with some chicken breast. As you know, chicken breast is a very lean protein, which is actually really great with ramen because I feel like it goes really well with the broth and it keeps it hydrated. Hit them with whatever seasoning you like. Be generous. I'm using some Cajun, and I just toss them into the air fryer and forget about them. Okay, it's time to talk about the actual ramen that we're gonna be using. I'm gonna be using Imi Ramen. The macros on this are fantastic. For each serving, you get 22 grams of protein and only 6 grams of carbs. They also have 3 different flavors: black garlic chicken, spicy beef flavor, and my favorite tom yum shrimp. Now that we're on the topic, I've partnered with Imi to make this. Click the link below and use the code TheGoldenBalance at checkout, or go to imieats.com/TheGoldenBalance and you'll get $5 off their variety pack. Imi is also proud to offer a 100% happiness guarantee, so you can try Imi risk-free and decide for yourself if Imi's worth it. If you are not happy with your Imi, they will offer you a full refund within 30 days of purchase. To match the theme for our first bowl, we're going to be using the black garlic chicken flavor, obviously to go with our chicken breast, but keep in mind these are plant-based. To cook the noodles is very simple. We want to boil down some more water. We're going to drop in the noodles, and we cook them for 7 to 9 minutes. If you haven't already noticed, these ramen recipes are clearly not authentic. I'm going to show you such a unique combination to make your ramen that much better. You're going to think that I'm going a little crazy with this combination, but I promise you it's fantastic. In a large bowl, add a little bit of light mayo. Listen, I promise you it's not that crazy. To that, add a little bit of sriracha to taste. We're going to add the Imi packet of seasoning. We're going to add a little bit of that broth that the ramen was cooking in. Whisk until everything is combined, and then I just add one more beautiful scoop. I'm going to add in our beautiful Imi noodles. Remember those beautiful eggs? Let's see if we actually know what we're doing. Shell should come right off just like this. We're gonna slice it in half. It should be nice and yolky. Nice, beautiful, that's how I like it. We're gonna toss the egg on in the center. We're gonna toss on our sliced chicken breast. We're gonna finish with a little sesame seeds. Finish off with a couple of greens because we're healthy. And now we have final product. We're gonna grab a little bit of those noodles, our chicken. And as always, now bismillah. Don't forget the egg. I know the mayo sounds crazy, but it's actually fantastic. I'm gonna show you 2 more delicious ramen combinations that you could also make. For this recipe, I'm gonna be using the tom yum shrimp flavor. Same cooking procedure, so I don't need to show you that. In a hot wok, spray down some oil and just toss in peppers and onions. And when they start to dance, I'm gonna go in with a handful of peeled and deveined shrimp. I'm gonna hit them with the Imi seasoning packet. And the second the noodles done, I'm gonna toss them in. And I just want a little bit of that water. We're gonna drizzle in a little bit of soy sauce. And I like just a kiss of eel sauce. This kind of recipe literally only takes about 10 minutes from start to finish. My favorite part of these noodles is that there's plenty of fiber and protein, and there's just so many different directions that you could take them. And you literally saw how easy that was. And as always, now bismillah. Although these are plant-based, they have a very realistic feel of like a regular normal noodle. And what I really like is when I was cooking them, they did not turn into mush. That is so important to me. I will say you have to get used to the texture. It is a little bit more firm than I'm used to, but overall the flavors are fantastic. Every single one is healthy in its own way. It's gonna be a perfect way to spruce up your healthy eats. This is the last ramen variation, and I'll go as far as saying as this is probably my favorite one. And to complete the trio, we're gonna be using the spicy beef for this last one. Again, I already showed you how to make this. It's very easy and standard, so I'm just gonna let the noodles do their thing in the back. For this one, we're also gonna be using our wok again. I'm gonna give this a quick spray of oil. Nothing crazy, just to cover the bottom of the pan. I also usually use avocado spray, which is my favorite. You want to keep the pan on a medium heat so nothing's burning. I'm gonna go in with some minced heartburn, and this can easily surprise many of you, but we're gonna go in with some kimchi. Kimchi is extremely healthy. You can also find it in majority of supermarkets nowadays, and just like the Imi noodles is great for gut health. Plus, not to mention, it is packed with so much flavor. And yes, you could cook it. To this, we're gonna add some rice vinegar. A little bit of honey goes a long way. We just want a little bit of that sweetness. That was a lot more than I expected. And then we're gonna add in a little bit of sesame seed oil. Don't go overboard with the sesame seed oil. It is very strong and pungent, and it will easily take over this whole recipe if you add too much. Now it should smell very beautiful and strong. I'm gonna add in our noodles. Just a tiny bit of water goes a long way. I always give the noodles a quick toss on really high heat. I don't want to overcook them, and I just want them to soak up all that beautiful flavor. Now again, you could easily toss on an egg for this recipe as well, but I didn't want to add any type of meat just so I could provide you with a vegetarian option. For this variation, all the flavors packed in these beautiful noodles. We did combine a lot of strong flavors, so I really think you'll enjoy this one. For the final verdict, now bismillah. Those are fantastic. I don't usually cook kimchi, but in here it's so good. Packed with flavor, and the vinegar and honey give it some great balance. And once again, the theme here is attainable and easy. Every single one of these recipes happened in around 10 minutes. And if you have all the ingredients with the snap of a finger, you have something easy, delicious, healthy, and protein packed. We took 3 different ramen flavors, and I went into every single direction with each one, and they all turned out fantastic in their own way. I would like to also say that the noodles are very satiating because they do have a lot of fiber. Nonetheless, I want you to let me know on which one was your favorite variation. In my opinion, my favorite one was the tom yum shrimp one, but I really did enjoy the kimchi and the mayo variations. Give these a try, show Imi some love, and you will definitely not be disappointed.